I'll have to have like a vibe while we're working,
Yeah, you do you.
so that you can relax, I can relax.
So, hey everybody, Eric here with BizTalk The Show, and I'm doing something crazy, but I am doing an interview with Tania Torres of
Glam Warriors Inc.
Not only am I interviewing her, I will actually be getting permanent makeup put on. Stay tuned, we'll see what that's all about.
You don't question my thing, I don't question your thing, because you're the professional in what you do.
I appreciate that,
Okay.
but I want you to know.
I'm like that with everything. Somebody asks me a question, I'm like, I don't know, that's what you do for a living. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start. I'm
Let's
going to take
start.
a few photos before we get into the whole thing. Do you have any questions before we get started? Anything that you've been thinking about prior?
No, I said to you, you would decide what's the best look for the things I need and for my face, and like you said, you're the professional. So now is this the same process for everybody? Male, female, young, old?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You still want to have all your photos. This way we can do before and after, and then after we map it. Sometimes what it looks like face to face, and then we look in the camera, we're like, okay, we need to make some adjustments. So.
The face is not symmetrical.
So that's why this process is difficult, because it's not symmetrical. So I have two different type of clients. Some are like, it's okay, they don't have to be even. And again, they're going to be sisters, not twins. And some people are like, I want it sculpted. I want it as much, some people are like, it's okay if that one's higher, because that's how it's always been.
So now how long did it take you to go through the process?
So you have to do a fundamentals course. It's about 100 hours. That gets done relatively quickly. You can do it in about a week. However, you have to do an apprenticeship.
So now your business here at this location, we're in Englewood.
Yeah.
This is your first brick and mortar spot, right?
Correct. Ooh, that's perfect. Okay, good. It's our first brick and mortar. I have another company called Glam Truck Warriors. Excellent. Okay. Glam Truck Warriors is a studio on wheels. Here we do the permanent makeup. We also offer some fun services like vajacials, the vagina facial. We do skin brightening, formerly known as anal bleaching. So yeah, we do some different services here. And we wanted to be able to reach out. So we're inside of a gym here, and we just thought it would be the right pairing for us.
So with Glam Truck Warriors, how many trucks do you have right now?
So currently I have one, but we do have a grant, an application for a grant put in with the NJ EDA.
Okay.
And we applied for 3 more trucks. Goal is to do a licensing agreement. We would like to have other, entrepreneurs, people in the industry that want to own their own business, and they can go out on the truck and either do the services that I offer, or they can do their own. You have some structure there. I could see where everything was, but we're going to have to get in there and soften everything up and make it flow. I think you have some. I have gone where it's just so light and there's absolutely nothing, and then we're like creating a brow from scratch.
Do you have a lot of guys come in for this?
I think it's becoming more popular. We get a lot of inquiries. I think people were nervous about like, hey, do guys actually do this?
Guys actually do this.
Guys actually do this. But we are located in a gym. There's a lot of men here, and I have to say we're really fortunate we get men coming in for all of the services.
So what inspired you when you started Glam Truck? What was the inspiration behind that?
So I was getting a divorce. Right at the start of COVID, I kind of knew that that's where it was headed. So I started doing in-home services, and of course everybody was looking for, can you wax me? Can you come to my house? It was the perfect time. And I had all the equipment in my car. Oh, this looks good. I'm feeling.
So I would say, you saw a solution to a problem, which is any good entrepreneur should be.
It's what they say on Shark Tank. If there's a problem, you look for a problem and find the
Find the
solution.
solution.
And that's what I was doing, except I couldn't keep up with the demand, right?
Okay.
Setting up, breaking down all day long, it's really exhausting. So I asked my dad if he could help me put the studio on wheels, and that's how it came together. He's an engineer, he's a car guy. So
Oh, look at that. So yeah.
I was like, Dad, you think we
So
could
yeah,
do
you had a
this?
little bit of an edge.
Yeah, like,
did.
you think we could do this? It's something I had always thought of, but I guess it's like I had time. It's all how you use time. This is the end where your end of your eye is.
Okay.
I don't want to come down too much because then you'll look droopy. I'm ready for you.
Again, you take your job seriously. I mean, you are passionate about it, and you're building a business. And when you're building a business, building good habits in the beginning as you begin to grow is just going to
Exactly.
continue through the process. And then when you have staff or you have franchisees, you have the manual, you have the guidebook, you set the bar. There's nothing wrong with being over about anything. Be a little extra. So
Right.
what?
Exactly.
So what?
Exactly.
But I remember growing up and like there was this, there were certain businesses or certain professionals that were very sort of stigmatized. They weren't considered professional, or they weren't considered,
Right.
Makeup artist being one of them, salon. Oh, the thing was, oh, you took cosmetology class.
Oh, yeah.
When I was growing up, did you have to face that through your,
So, I gotta be honest, I went to college to be a publicist first. I went to Temple University because I didn't think that my mom would take this, beauty industry as like a real thing. And then when I moved to LA, I wound up getting my esthetician license, and yeah, I felt like there was that stigma. My dad didn't even want to really acknowledge what I was doing. Like, if somebody asked what his daughter was doing, especially because I was focused on waxing doing Brazilians, and he was so embarrassed by it. But then as he got to see that it made money and that it was growing and I had my own thing, now he'll tell anybody. He'll be happy. So I think it's just changing the perception, being true to yourself, being consistent, and yeah, it changes over time. And I
Yeah.
think we're in a world now that beauty is just so important with the age of the internet and technology and social media. I think people can understand what kind of work people do.
Right. I think you are right. I think in the age of the internet, there's a bit of a different, take on it.
Right,
Yeah.
yes. People can see it for their own eyes.
Yeah.
So, you get to dispel that perception.
So, if somebody is going to want to get into this business, what kind of, whether it's the tattooing, makeup tattooing, or esthetician,
Yeah.
or whatever, what do you recommend? If they want to, and when I say get into this business, I don't mean go to class and become an employee. What's a recommendation? Like, give me something give me
Okay,
something like that.
so
Like,
I
talk
think-
about the real.
Okay, so I would say if you think that you're interested in skincare, you don't have to get your full license, because there's a difference between cosmetology license and esthetician license. Esthetician license is just just skin. Cosmetology license is the full gamut. So you really should narrow down where you think you're headed with it. For me, I knew I wasn't going to do hair, so I have my esthetician license. The problem with that, and you said be real, is
Yeah.
thinking about retirement, right? Like, how do you retire as an esthetician? You really have to make sure you're doing the right thing with your money. For me, I started thinking about what I was going to do, and I decided to get my permanent makeup license, and that's a whole different thing, because there's more money in it, and also there's room for retirement because you can become an instructor, and that's important. So I think thinking about your future is big. Finding a reputable school, is good.
We talked, I'm not sure if we were on or off camera, but you had mentioned about later on you can become an instructor,
Yes.
which is even more lucrative. So you're looking at options as a business owner.
How do I get out of doing the services every day?
Yeah.
And how do I make money? So same thing for the trucks. Hopefully we'll have some licensees that want to carry the torch and, you know, have their own trucks and be able to do what I love and have that freedom. I love every day being able to decide my own schedule and just being able to choose, really.
Every entrepreneur who starts a business, I can tell you right now, I don't care who they are, they have trust issues. You
Yeah.
built this is your baby.
Yep.
What point where you feel comfortable, like what is it you've done to feel comfortable to say, okay, I can get 3 trucks, put licensees in there and trust that they're going to run my business or represent my brand?
You know, in the beginning, you are getting all the kinks out. I consider it like a beta test. Be in the field, make sure that the model that I put together works and that it's consistent. Clients are happy. So I did that for about 2.5 years. And then I had the opportunity to go on a television show to do an equity crowdfund. The show was called America's Real Deal, and it's currently streaming on Amazon, Roku, Fire TV. And so I really pushed myself to create a strong business plan. We had to do a pitch deck, and I learned a lot about the business beyond the service. I really recommend that if you're interested in starting a business, you are going to go ahead and, you know, do your business plan, do the work, and everything else will follow. And now that I'm having, you know, a studio and it's a brand new business, we've paid for a little bit of advertising, but for the truck, it was all organic growth. It was amazing.
No. Oh, it's definitely probably the oldest and most effective form of advertising is word of mouth.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's giving good service to somebody who's going to then talk about you and
Yeah.
refer business to you, and you're going to give service to that person again, and that's the cyclical, you know, ball in that.
100%. And so I guess that drives me to, you just want to make sure that you're giving the person that great experience, making them feel comfortable, and it pays for itself, you know, your time and your energy. Here we are.
Here we are.
We did it.
We did it. So I came in today not knowing what to expect, to not just interview you a little bit about your business, but to talk to you about getting permanent makeup. And it was absolutely an awesome experience.
I'm happy.
Anybody who is worried about getting a tattoo, I assure you, if you've never got a regular tattoo, then this is actually a good place to start. It's easy. It's light. It's nothing like getting a regular tattoo.
It's not abrasive?
Nope, it's not abrasive. I mean, you feel like the scratch, but it's mild. It's like just if you itched your skin.
Right.
Right? So
I try to talk you through the whole thing from beginning to end,
Yep.
let you know what to expect so you're not shocked.
Absolutely. So it's definitely an amazing experience and we're familiar with you. You are a powerhouse as far as we're concerned in the inspirational and entrepreneurial space.
Thank you so much.
You came and spoke at our event. We're excited to have you at our other events.
Yes, come look out for us.
So
we'll be doing some demos.
Yep. Come here.
Hey,
We
get in here.
want to show everybody your eyebrows.
Okay.
This is what happens when you have natural eyebrows and you don't need this service. If you're like me, your eyebrows were falling out over the years, you were losing hair. This is a great opportunity, a great service. When I started this, it was the attitude I was having here was we're here to do a job. We're going to, do this demo, this promo, cut some video, and we're going to go on, And when I got to the mirror, I was just like, wow. Just like I relaxed, like all of a sudden, like I have my eyebrows back.
Right.
So it was pretty cool.
Well, hopefully that's the same feeling that we hope to give anybody that walks in. And you were, a special candidate. Your eyebrows had fallen out, they got thin, but sometimes you just have patchiness, or maybe you never really had eyebrows, or maybe they were always light. So no matter what the reason. No, you don't have that problem. But what we can do for him is we can give him a shape.
Shape and a wax.
Yeah, let's clean
Get
him
get
up.
rid of that boomer brow.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to get my hair cut on Thursday, and she always.
All right, good.
But
Okay.
I'll go. I'll take it
Manscape.
up. I will take that up.
Manscaping, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Tanya, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much for
Thank you for
coming.
being on our show. Thank you for being on our social. Thank you for sharing your business with us. And thank you for inspiring other people, especially young ladies, to because you took a really serious chance during the pandemic.
Definitely. But if you feel it, go with it, believe in yourself, and
Absolutely.
get outside your comfort zone. Not everything's going to be easy in life. Sometimes you have to know that you possess everything that you need to succeed, and whatever you don't know, figure it out. Learn, ask questions. There's plenty of resources, and if you put them all together, then you make it happen.
So, folks, thanks for joining us with another episode, very odd episode of Biz Talk, unique, special episode. So go out there and make some shit happen.